which have been constricted and congested, our bodies are atrophied, our tissues are loaded with toxins and metabolic waste. So your attention is not the techniques, how you do it, just the way your body allows is good enough. It's not your intention, but your awareness will create a shift in your biology, in the power of the mind. And that power is not available sometimes when your mind is scattered. So the focused attention and shift the head to the heart center. Feel. We've been thinking too much. Thinking consumes energy, feeling conserves it. So the routine is, the first routine, how many of you have been to the drop-in classes? Or anyone who has not been to drop-in classes?
I
Anyone?
haven't
Just
yet.
once.
No, not yet.
Anyone?
Just once.
Yeah. You've been to one class?
Just
Yeah. The routine is the same. And why I keep the same routine? It seems in appearance the same routine, but your body is not the same. You're like stepping in the same river twice. There's such a constant change taking place in our body so rapidly that what happened a few moments ago is no longer happening. New things are happening, you know, plasticity. Body's tapping into its own pharmacy from moment to moment. You have a little sad moment, the body produces stress hormones. The next moment you have a happy moment, that is shifted into some happy molecules, and there's an imbalance taking place, or you live with a lot of fear, anger, and anxiety. That is literally blocking out energy. In a blood response to stress, our bodies are being atrophied, our blood vessels are being constricted, and there's 60,000 miles of blood vessels, deep tissues are congested, so energy is not recycled. When it's not recycled, it's degeneration. When it's being recycled, it becomes regeneration. Little shift will create a lift shift, you know. So step by step, how to rebuild, how to remold, how to resculpt your own body with your visualization. Your power of visualization will do more to the body than all the physical exercise that we do. But when you combine them both, you can hasten the whole process. Okay, please slide on. Okay, today I think what I want to do is give you a general idea. Since all of you have been to the sessions, the routine is, first we do this leg raises, up and down, then circles, the bending the knees, switch the arm. This like warm up to decongest the deep tissues, to stretch the articulation. Visualize like a highway. When there's a traffic jam, what happens? Everything slows down. You sit there for hours sometimes, depending upon the kind of jam it is. All energy is blocked. Your emotions are creating those traffic jams. Every time that you have a little point of rigidity, a painful area, that's where your blockages are. So your purpose is to become in touch with the feedback system and feel if there's any blockage. Now, some positions will open up in this level, some positions will open up this level, and other will open up at this level when you start pumping energy upwards. Now again, the principle is every event in your life has a mental correlate. Some center. Your anger goes to amygdala, your emotions go into your limbic system, some of it goes to your medulla. Every brain correlate has a neural pathway. Every neural pathway is connected with some organs or glands. You are decongesting, you are working with organs or glands through the postures, through the intention, using your mind and your body or your intention into it. And then we read the other day, there's a wireless processing center, which is your heart, not your head. What's in being processed? So if you can create visuals of the extreme magnificence and magical and infinity, your body is being transformed. And if you want to get this scientific evidence, Bruce Lipton, Belief Makes Our Biology. There are tons of work available on this science now. And I'm using all this frame of reference from the scientific world into this whole methodology. first step is your relaxation response. We go to deep sleep, we have reached that relaxation response because the mind has not been interfering in the process. Yet in our waking experience, our mind is bombarding information. We go into the news, you read the newspapers, you have other stuff, your social life, your relationships, your jobs. We are crowded with mental chatter. And that mental chatter keeps brain drained. We have studies again, I think some of you saw, overloaded brain reaches the brink of ruin. Reaching the brink of ruin. So we have to replenish that brain. And brain is like the roots of a plant. There's your bark, the trunk, branches, leaves, fruits and flowers. There's only one way they'll flourish. So with that principle, these postures, when you teach, that's all they need to do. Nourish the roots, the plant will flourish, the body will flourish. The weak links will be compensated automatically, but the body wants to maintain a state of equanimity, a state of internal homeostasis. A state of homeostasis is if some weak link is being compensated, body's own intelligence knows from its own pharmacy to produce the right amount for the right organ, help the organ. So whether it's the liver or the ovaries or the prostate glands or the bladder or the heart or digestion, those systems have become weak due to stress. You'll be getting another little diagram which shows how the adrenal glands are affected, or muscular structures, or mental conditions, mental state, or cardiac activity. It's all predictable once you understand the principle. We'll be going in depth to understand that. So the first step is you relax your body, induce the feeling of comfort. The rocking has literally moved all the toxins and removed all the traffic jams to refine the system of communication. So from head to the tip of the toes, it's not in time and space. It's faster than the speed of light. When you take a breath, it takes about 1,000th of a second for every cell of your body to get the home delivery up to the tip of the toes. 100 trillion cells of the body are participating non-stop, every moment. They're correlating and coordinating. Does not work. Otherwise the brain will be tired, our bodies will be tired. They don't. And then we maintain a certain level of stability, the set point of comfort, set point of whatever that is, of recovery. Or to refine the set points and reprogram your cellular memory to do the same thing in a much more refined way, far more accurate way, which will take place from the roots. There's no other way. So nourishing the roots, and the picture that you have, the image, that's the finest technology, which, and like a GPS. The vagus nerve is a floating brain, and that tells the brain what's going on in your liver and the kidney and every other part of the body. That's the menstrual cycle, circadian rhythm, digestive rhythm, and the brain has to be informed to maintain the stability. So if something goes wrong, the technology is already there to compensate for that, to produce whatever that is to help the body. Whether it's the immune system to protect the body from internal invaders, to prevent cancer, or if it's MS or other conditions, there's a pharmacy and the body produces the right amount for the right target organ every moment. Without it, it won't survive. Feeling the technology being refined. And your perception is, no matter how bad it seems in appearance, right now, underneath there's some greater power that is helping to make it better. The moment there's a shift in your consciousness helping to make it better, your body is helping itself to accomplish that goal. The power of your intention is being actualized instantly. The sugar pills, there's a tranquilizer, not because the patient did something to make it happen. The shift in the consciousness, that the shift in your biology. It's all about the shift in your consciousness. So while doing the postures, either you have a choice of seeing what techniques to use, how precisely to do, how to align, that takes your attention outside. It will go into the periphery. What I'm saying is bring your attention into the core, which is the invisible source, well, like if we go to deep sleep. Everything being taken care of most effectively, most urgently, most appropriately, mathematically in sleep than in the waking experience. So once your chitta vritti rhythm is established, it will be like in sleep. but being aware of the magical moment. So it's not rational, it becomes intuitive. And knowingness of this magical moment taking place every moment. So that's why the second routine is to get, having relaxed, having reduced all those blockages, go to this position, again using gravity, Kapalabhati, getting into the cerebral spinal centers, into the energy centers, and then going sideways. Once you're here, just mount your weight on the arm. Slide your weight and feel how the extension is taking place. From the knees, into the thighs, into the spine, into the leg cage, lower back, everywhere. Articulation be stretched. Intracellular space be increased. All the tiny blood vessels being opened up. And then you same on the other side. Again, relax into it. And Kapalabhati. And then feel pumping. Scan your body while the pumping is being done. Pay attention to all of the glands. They work round the clock, non-stop. Therefore, more of gratitude at the same time. And feel how precious your body is, how precious you are. To have all these powers, and rolling back, and then rocking again. And it doesn't have to be just the way I'm showing. If your body allows this far, that's fine. If you have a back problem, you think you don't want to use the back, then rest your back, and then do the knees back and forth. Again, to feel the pressure points, the lymphatic pathways, move your cholesterol, create mobility, and then making the circles, same process, joints being lubricated, articulation being limbered up, again all the blockages that are being released, of congested areas being decongested, and then go into the full bridge, that any level that your body allows is good enough. And then the third position is coming up, going up and down, and making circles both ways. About 10 times, 9 times, 6 times, depending on the class that you're dealing with. And then coming up, clasping the toes, going back into it. It's all about creating intrastructural space within the body. So the choice is either you follow a particular routine because particular guru developed something, or you do it because your body needs it. Areas are congested, there's a tightness in the system, articulation not limbered up, and your energy will not recycled. That's more important than any technique, but somebody else who designed it. You feel your own body, the technology is already there, you're refining the technology, hardwiring the brain-body connection, and integrate your mind-body connection. We think our mind is separate from the body, mind is in the cell of the body. So that feeling of wellness when it comes, and you're doing these postures, opening up, and then making circles, whatever that is, back and forth. And then after that, you're shaking the knees or going into the both kind of a position, then leg raises up and down 3 times or 5 times. And then relax. Just do that position, head to the tip of the toes. Every cell of your body has been alerted, like the fire brigade. And they know it's a DNA coded memory how to help the body. That memory is infinite, inconceivable, inexhaustible. So the body has that reductive. We are not using 2%, 1% of the total potential. We're tapping into untapped potential at the same time. And then doing this position, again, stretching, lifting your shoulders, releasing all the tension, then reaching out. Feeling the tension spots. So that these tension spots, if they're not enough mobility, the next 2 hours they will constrict again because they're so conditioned at the moment. So you have to create more space. So even if they constrict, they don't really jam completely. Your blood vessels are still letting the circulation move. When the circulation blocks, then the degeneration comes. And then same thing, Kapalabhati, and doing this other leg, and then doing this sideways twist for the upper body, create more mobility. I mean, this can be done in many different ways, but we don't have to make it complicated. Push your knee in, shoulders out. There's rotation in your lower back, rib cage, intercostal muscles. And again, Kapalabhati. Do the same thing on the other side. Then the position from there going on your. This you won't, I don't think you ever saw this anybody doing this, but these things, because I felt that we need to nourish the brain, the roots of the plant. You put your hands here, forehead resting on the floor, and then doing the Kapalabhati. Bringing energy, literally, that you find energy in your facial muscles, facial tissues. I call this the facelift, without products, without surgery. You will see the benefits once you begin to see. Then for the upper body, just to open up more tension from your upper body, make a circle sideways, back and forth. And then same thing on the other side. You can increase the circles if you need more mobility. Some people need to be done 5 times, 7 times, 10 times. You give options depending upon the class of group of students that you have. And then from there, go to the child pose, back and forth. Again, working on all day long on the computers, there's so much of tension that we accumulate on circles, both ways. And then staying on the child pose. Staying in the gap. It's in the gap that the technology takes over. Then the bow. In the bow, most of you do it very well. The sideways is very easy, again, to create the mobility. It will be done 10 times, and going up and down. It depends upon the roundness of your abdomen. If it's too flat, then you won't get this momentum. But if you lift up, stay into that. So the sensation, the vibrations that are created, they're drowning the thinking mind. And at some point, the gap will become so deep. You will be no longer in the past, no longer in the future. All your anxiety will disappear. And just like Gilles Voltaire, she found peace. That moment will come with practice. And then, of course, the cobra and the full routine, circles, push-ups. That is to create the workout-like feeling, more like an exercise, but to tame the mind. When you do these push-ups, it's not only building muscle tone, demand and supply. The deeper the intensity, you tap in reserves for the finest quality from your own pharmacy. So this is the routine, basic routine. But you can make it to, I have taught this to Canadian hockey team in the 74, when Scotty Bourne was here. And the article came, maybe I'll show you the clipping of it. It's not the Habs won the Stanley Cup, the yoga teacher did it. I mean, in the 70s also, when the Russians came, athletes thought mental training is more important than the physical training. And that's why the whole shift took place. And now professionals, baseball players, all kinds of players, singers like Sting and Madonna, all these are into yoga, but they're still a North American style of yoga. Any form of yoga is beneficial, but it's evolution of consciousness. Then, of course, what I'm trying to do is at some point, when your mind is completely calm, the shift will go to the right brain, and the perception of reality will change. So how these 8 steps are designed for this evolution of consciousness. So So when we go to the 8 steps, next time you will get a little more deeper insight. So the first session, you can use the first 2 positions, and if you feel that they still need a little more, the younger people, they need that little more exercise-like approach, then you can use the cobra. Then you can add 1 more the second day, which is the crunches that we do. Then you can add 1 more the 4th day. So that by 5th, you've done the whole routine for the 6th session. And then the rest will be more consistent practice. So it depends again. If your session is shorter, then you can combine any of the positions, 4 positions at a time, 5 at a time. So in the presentation that you're going to make, you choose within an hour and a quarter or within an hour, what is that you can do to induce the relaxation response? Feelings of comfort, and little feelings of energy, feelings of calmness, of centeredness, and feelings of joyfulness from within when your mind is centered. It's only when our mind is scattered that we feel scattered, or brain coherence is not there, we slip into the past and the future, or anxiety and fear show up. There's no anxiety in the present moment to feel the power of now. So how to stimulate the experience being in the now, which will come through practice. So we'll just do a short routine today, and I want you to feel the benefits of each time that we are doing one routine. What's the other thing that you missed before? Maybe there's a little deeper kind of an experience. What is it, your mind being centered, single pointed? What is the stage of pratyahara? Experience the 8 steps in your routine, whether you do one routine or you do 5 different postures. Attention is the 8 steps being stabilized, and how that evolution is taking place. You're no longer in the rational mind, you shift in the intuitive mind. The intuitive mind, the deeper levels, the state of samadhi, which will come through practice. It's a direct experience of the non-verbal feedback that you will get from your own, every cell of your body. And being in touch with the feedback will allow the evolution that we are looking for. Okay? Please lie down on your back.
There's a question.
There's a question.
Oh yes, please.
Do you ever add in other things like downward dog, cat-cow, those kind of exercises?
Sorry?
Or do you ever include other poses? Or is it always the same routine? Like do you
This
do
is the
downward
routine that
dog?
I have found is most effective, most beneficial. But in some cases, if you want to do some other position, I think you can modify some position.
Do you
Some
feel
people
like it takes
Some
away?
people like the sun salute, for instance.
Yeah.
Sun salute is not a posture. Sun salute is because these yogis in the morning used to get up, it was a form of prayer. And they used to chant Om Surya Nama, Om Surya Nama, just like a prayer. And since they used to understanding of the solar energies where our life is being sustained from, so this was a way of worship in the morning. But that's become a very, not North America, a very prominent posture. But you can use some of the postures if you feel like a warrior pose and other things if you're comfortable with it. So during the practice, you choose whatever you want to, and there will be comments, and then you'll be able to see which are more effective, more therapeutic, more relaxing, where you are deeper in the gap, as compared to some other positions where you have to think about the alignment and hip adjustment and tucking your tailbone. You will know the benefits with your own practice. Yeah.
But when it comes for the exam, should we focus more on being calm and alignment and the movements that you've showed us, or more on the exercise? Because you're the one who's going to be...
Yeah, then I'll give my comments.
Right.
When you make the presentation.
Okay.
And as I said,
You're
any form of
focused
yoga is
more-
going to be beneficial.
Okay.
But if
You're
you want to
focused
go
more on
deeper in the evolution of
alignment?
consciousness,
Yes.
then what I have developed,
Okay.
it takes you much more deeper there,
Okay.
much more intensely,
Okay.
and create more stability in that experience rather than just being
Right.
happy for the 10 minutes in the now
Yeah.
and then going back into the same groove.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, please lie down, your back, have a great big stretch. Keep stretching. Talk to your body, listen to your body. Talk to your body. There's a feedback system. Your body will tell you how you feel, where your tension might be, where the traffic jams might be, and then release those traffic jams, which is either discomfort or points of rigidity, lack of mobility, lack of feelings of plasticity. And these tiny blood vessels are 60,000 miles of them. They can get entangled. By stretching, you can open them up. Now, as you relax, going to use surrender and gratitude, and slipping away the feelings of comfort. This gap is the most important part, which will tame your mind. But intensity has to be there to create the response. That's why you choose what, for your personal practice, what the level is. And if you've been doing the yoga for a length of time, that intensity will come by slowing down and making the same position 10 times slower than you would be doing normally, or 5 times slower. The intensity will improve automatically, the gap will improve automatically. Drop the small of your back, relax your shoulders, relax your facial muscles. Your rational mind might be thinking, what's going to happen next? It's now. Now, 100 trillion cells of your body are participating to figure out how to help the body. That's the only agenda for your body's intelligence, which is not in the rational mind. So unless you slip into the intuitive mind, you will not have the experience that we keep talking about. And the only way to get there is your consistent practice and being in touch with the feedback system, and by keep scanning your own body. Now, gently feet together, arms along with the body, left leg slowly up, about 45 degrees. This is not about leg raises, this is not about what yoga posture you're doing. It's about feeling the neural signals. It's the brain that is coordinating it. It's the brain that is decoding it when the intensity is building up. If the highway is head to the tip of the toes, message is going back and forth. And during those messages, they're coded messages from your own cellular memory, how to rebuild, how to renew, how to replenish. Push your heel out, all the way up, press your ankle, loving tender care, like your calf or your knee or thigh. Feel this intimate moment with your own body, feel how precious it is. Step into your own body, feel the articulation, feel the neural pathways, feel its architecture, face engineering. Push your heel out, inhale, feel the release, relax your arms, relax your shoulders, exhale down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make it a habit to go as slowly as you can. Inhale up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want to go up to 10 count, 15 count, you choose and keep repeating. And ask yourself, when you were doing slowly, when you're doing slowly as opposed to doing it fast, which was engaging your mind more? Which were you more aware of the sensations of effort? Where were you feeling the neural signals? Were you able to scan your body when you were doing it fast? What else could be happening in this technology? Just pay more attention to it. As you go up, stay to the gap. Take your own time. Now stay into the gap. What is that gap? Stimulus and the response of the body. That gap is the most precious moment, most magical moment. That gap is the only place your mind is internalized, no longer in the past and the future. You're stabilizing the state of pratyahara. Inhale and circles. Again with the same count. You see, our nervous system is habituated to do things in a hurry. We were conditioned to do things in a hurry. If you were not doing things in a hurry, we were dummies. We were no good. If we were not able to do things faster, we were labeled. Is to slow down. Even on both sides. Choose roughly 5 times in each direction for now. But see the difference when you're doing slowly, when you're doing fast. Are you doing without techniques, without right and wrong, or thinking about somebody who developed this system, they want you precisely to work that way? Which one seems better for you? Or whatever practice you have done before, just try and feel what you're doing now and what you were doing before. Come back to center, stand to the gap, bend your knee, put your right arm on top of the knee, put your left arm right behind. And ask yourself, why are we doing this particular position as opposed to something else? Not really sided, very slowly. Stretch your arm while the knee is coming down. Feel how the body will open up. Feel the spine be lengthened. Feel the extension in your upper arm. Lymphatic pathways. Relax into it. Visualize cerebrospinal centers or organs and glands and Kapalabhati. Intimate connection with your own body. Feel your body in ways you never felt before, and feel how precious it is, how infinitely resourceful it is. You're pumping energy. Not only pumping energy, you're drowning the thinking mind. For beginners, 10 to 50 times. For advanced levels, 20 to 30 times. You keep in between, roll back, come back to center. Feel the release of while coming back to center. Stand to the gap and rock. Don't change the position. The same position, rock. Inhale down and back. Inhale down. If you pull a muscle in between, pause there. Let your body handle it, then go back into it. Now ask yourself, by doing this, what's happening in the body? Why is this so necessary? Why can't do something else? But this is like a warm-up thing. You can't stretch an intense exercise when the muscles are tense. Now you're recycling the refined energy. If you're moving those blockages, and there's a feeling when the blockages are removed, you can feel the flow of energy. That rush of energy into your lower back, into your guts, knees, thighs. Your energy go where attention goes. Keep scanning your body. Come back to the center. Having nourished, stand to the gap. Arms clasped on the knee or the ball of the foot. Push your knee closer. Hug your knee. Feel how precious your body is. Relax into it and Kapalabhati. You're pumping energy. As the neurons fire, you're hardwiring the brain-body connection. Now the pathways that have been short-circuited have been hardwired. Drowning the thinking mind. Snapping out of past and the future. And experience a little glimpse of what the now is. If you are grounded into the now, that's all there is. All else is fluctuations in your consciousness. Like a and relax. From that optimal level of activity, stand to the gap. And when I say all else is the fluctuation of consciousness, which is like in a movie house on the white screen, which is your consciousness, everything is fluctuation on that. Nobody's running back and forth, it's only offs and ons. Feel the fluctuation in your consciousness, which are created by your rational mind, the story, the melodrama. Chittam, Vritti, Nirodham. Relatively little calmer mind. Don't expect to be completely calm. Or whatever it is, however it is. In between it might